the idea of traveling to every city, interacting with our alumni, inviting the HR people, talking to them. We represent academia today. I am, representing OP Jindal Global University. I'm serving there as a Dean of Academic Governance. I just feel that the space of higher education is absolutely incomplete if we do not interact with industry, we do not interact with or interface with people who represent industry. I also strongly feel that what we want to do and what is actually happening in the pragmatic world is two different things. We educate the students for them to be potentially employable, and you are the people who are giving them the jobs, right? So if you see this, they start their journey with us, but eventually they actually fulfill all their aspirations in the place of employment, right? The idea is, how should we start interacting with industry so that their journey while they are at university is more meaningful, is one question we want to answer, we want to address. The second question is, we are all talking about India shining today. We're all talking about 2047, we're all talking about India is already the third or the fourth largest economy in the world, how it is going to surpass China, USA, Germany. So these discussions are happening. And let me be very honest with you, I am 40 plus, some of my colleagues are also 40 plus here. We may not see that when India is going to be number one, but I'm very sure this young generation of students who are graduating now, whom we call as Generation Alpha, they're not only going to see, but they are going to do wonders to Indian economy in the way we have never heard or imagined that we can reach those levels. It has taken 50 years for India, to double its economy. From there to double it took 10 years. We've just done it in the last 3-4 years. We've become a 1 trillion, 2 trillion economy. Just imagine, that has happened, I'll tell you, because of two very important reasons. The demographic dividend is in our favor. We are the youngest populated country. Our average age is somewhere between 29 to 39 years. As the world is going to become older, India is going to become younger, and it is younger. I was reading a very interesting report created by Ernst & Young that 29.1% of the world's labor force is going to emerge from India. You like it, you don't like it, there is no other place the world can recruit people. The young people are here. They are going to have these opportunities of not just getting jobs in India, but if they can upskill, if they can upscale themselves, they can easily grab the jobs which are available in any part of the world. And that is happening as we speak. You see, I don't think so when I was reading history or when I was a student, I never thought that a prime minister of a country which absolutely demolished India in terms of establishing a colony, British, one day the prime minister could be an Indian, right? We never thought, and I don't think so it is. But believe me, next 10-15 years, there might be 4 or 5 Indians representing 5 or 6 big countries, and they might be heads of the state. And that is absolutely going to happen, right? The reason why we want to engage and interact is there are a lot of promising stories. Oh, India is going to be big, India is doing amazingly well. But what is that fundamentally things that we need to do, right? For us to make sure that we reach, and for us to make sure that this younger generation is not hitting the opportunities, but is walking on the right track, is what we want to discuss today. And the reason we got our alumni here is also because, I was talking yesterday to my Vice Chancellor that there are so many opportunities, employable opportunities today, and we want, some of them are lateral entries for our alumni, and we wanted to make sure that these opportunities are, taken up by alumni. And some of our alumni are really doing fantastically well in terms of, the companies and organizations that are heading. And we want also them to know that India is shining, and India Unleashing 2047, the larger discussion is about the younger people, and these alumni actually represent that younger people. And please stop us, ask us questions, interact with us. But I thought it is going to be very useful for us to engage in a very radical, in a very progressive discussion as to what India should do, or what are we doing right, or what we should, how we should engage the new generation of students to make sure that unleashing India 2047 is not a myth, but it is a reality, and how industry and university interface can be more productive and it can create better opportunities for students is also another argument which fits in between unleashing India 2047. We have some fantastic ideas. We will discuss those ideas with all of you. If you are keen, if you think some of these ideas can be implemented, I welcome you to write to us and we can take this forward. We can sign an MOU. We can create interesting opportunities for students so that, whatever they study and wherever they work, both are meaningful, right? So with that, I would want to welcome all of you to our event today. This is going to be a fireside chat. I'm not going to allow the panel speakers, to very easily say something and get away. I am going to make it robust. I'm going to get really provocative. I'm going to get into their head so that the best thing you can get out of people, get out of conference like this or a panel discussion like this is when you get the best out of people. So that's why we call this as a fireside chat, and I am going to make it really provocative. And audience, if you agree or if you disagree, please feel free to take the mic and express your agreement or disagreement, and I think that is what is going to make this entire conversation very interesting and very useful. So before we go on to the panel discussion, I would also want to invite our distinguished professor and also a practitioner, and he's also the director of JILDI, to come and introduce OP Jindal for a few minutes, and then we will start, we'll proceed with the program. Thank you so much for your patient hearing. Thank you.